Hello and welcome to our video how to make the filter coffees out of our beans roasted for the filter. For the start we will need to prepare the grinder, coffee beans, scale, brewer, glass server, paper filter and kettle for the pouring hot water. First, before we start grinding our coffee, we want to rinse the paper filter with the hot water from the kettle in order to eliminate the eventual paper flavor in the coffee and for a reason of preheating the glass servers where coffee will be served. Definitely we want to remove that hot water before we start brewing later on. When we put back the empty server or the scale, we will add our dose of the freshly grounded coffee. In this case, we are recommending to add 18 grams dose of the freshly ground coffee. Level the coffee bed in the dripper and tare the scale. Regardless which dripper you're using, V60, Origami, Fellow dripper, Kalita, this recipe should be the same. We will start with our first pour, which is pre-wetting stage. We will add around 50 to 50 grams of water and we are waiting to bloom for about 45 seconds. In this stage we are preparing our coffee bed for uniform extraction by letting the gases out of the coffee bed and enabling water to go through the coffee bed more uniformly. After 45 seconds of the blooming, we will add 70 grams of the water and we will wait all the way up to 1 minute and 30 seconds. Okay, that's the second pour is done. Now we are waiting our time to reach 1 minute and 30 seconds. For this type of the pouring technique, you will need probably a little bit coarser grind size than you are usually using for your normal manual brew. After 1 minute and 30 seconds, now we have 3 more pours which we will divide 60 grams. So after 1 minute and 30 seconds we will add 60 grams of the water and we will wait until 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Preferably up to 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Again, we will see our water will go all the way through the coffee bed and then we will start the new pour. Okay, we have done and the water went through the coffee bed. Now we are adding one more pour of 60 grams of the water and we will wait until 2 minutes and 45 seconds. You will notice when you are doing this type of the recipe and brewing, with every pour water is going through the coffee bed slower and slower. That's why it's very important as well to start with very coarse grind size, otherwise this brew will end up more than 4 or 5 minutes if you are using your normal V60 grind size. The advantage of using this coarse grind size is definitely that we are eliminating the eventual bitterness in the coffee. After 2 minutes and 45 seconds we are starting our final fifth pour of 60 grams again, and the target time is around 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So in this case we have a little bit coarser grind size than for the usual V60. We are pouring 5 times and our target is around 3 minutes and 30 seconds. The reason why we need so long brewing time is as well because of the coarse grind size, which is less soluble than fine grind size, and in order to extract balanced sweet brew we need to increase the contact time. We are already around 340, which is 10 seconds deviation from the recommended recipe, and our coffee is ready to brew.